Hey, what's good everyone? My name is Matthew and it's been a while. I did a last weekly forecast. I had some personal issues I needed to resolve and also I didn't trade much because of them, and there were simply some complications, and also, you know, I didn't do good at the trading, so I needed to take a break. So let's get into it. Firstly, I would love to wish you Happy New Year. I hope you are going to achieve your yearly goals you set for yourself this year. And yeah, let's look into it. Let's start on the 3-month chart, and there we can see nothing really much. The only thing I can see there is on ES, this 3-month fair value gap, alias BISI, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So this might be eventual point of interest if price is going to reverse, but we are going to drop lower, and I'm going to tell you why I don't think price is going to go lower. Okay, on the monthly chart we can see like nothing much. On the NQ we can see clear redelivered rebalance on NQ, which again NQ reacted very strongly at this level, as we can see, and it has really no reason to go lower, honestly. So this is from the monthly perspective. From the weekly perspective, there it starts to be quite interesting. I'll give you 10 seconds to spot the thing I wanted you to see. Why I think we are going to go higher. Ask yourself, look at those charts, and write it down into the comments if you know the answer. Okay. Okay, so if you don't know why, then I'll show you. This SMT at the lows. Do you see that? And this is very strong signature that we are going to go higher. Also, I'm going to show you a very cool tool called Seasonal Tendency by 2 Degrees. If you haven't heard about 2 Degrees yet, they are the #1 WOP trading indicator tools. They are really powerful. They are automating your trading frameworks, and if you would love to give them a shot, you can use code Keclik20 if you want to support me, and of course if you want to receive a 20% discount, okay? And yeah, so let's look at it. What seasonal tendency is telling us. Okay, so currently we are in here, and oh, it's still not updated, but never mind. Okay, but there we can see price in the January tends to push higher, and this month is even more probable because at the end of the month we got US election of Donald Trump, so price usually reacts pretty bullish on this data. And as we can see once again, price in January tends to really expand higher, along with this SMT at the lows, which is pretty powerful sign that we are going to expand higher to all-time highs. Let me drop on the lower charts. On the lower time frame. On the lower time frame, there we can see some short-term drawn liquidities. For example, this CB, this intermediate term high, and then the all-time high. But on the ES we can see clear low resistance liquidity. Like once price gets there, it's going to be really fast move through the all-time highs. I I can assure you by that. So yeah, this is I think what is going to happen. And when we are going to drop even on the lower time frames, right now we are at the smart money reversal / first phase of accumulation of the market maker buy model, and there we have a great breaker block where price can react pretty greatly. So this is going to be probably the first point of interest where we can drop in the Sunday Asia session or early Monday London session. So yeah, I guess this is the highest probable scenario. Also, there's going to be H4 fair value gap, same goes for the ES. And yeah, the SMT is really major and it's really big, and that is just a great signature that we can gravitate higher. Obviously, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen. We simply need to follow the order flow and don't try to fight it, okay? That is a very important thing. And when I drop even on the lower time frame, on the NQ, on the other hand, we can see price clearly rebalance any fair value gap. So everywhere we get immediate rebalances. And in there, if we want to be even more specific, there we have redelivered rebalance combined with the H4 redelivered, the H4 breaker block. So what can happen? Price is going to go there and then expand higher from this level, because it's not probable that price is going to drop, I don't know, below this sell side liquidity pool. Like, it can, obviously it can, but it's not that probable, because to the sell side liquidity we have a big high resistance liquidity run, because everything is rebalanced and basically that's it. So yeah, now we can look on the economic calendar, because that is going to be very important. This week we can see the first news are on Tuesday, and those are 10 a.m. news, PMI and jobs opening. These news are pretty great. They are not that wild as the other ones. For example, the Wednesday FOMC meeting minutes, like, it's not that wild too, but still it's FOMC, so you need to be aware of it. And mainly on Friday we have non-farm payroll, which is a very huge economic event, and you should definitely avoid trading it, okay? Like, during that event the spreads are insane, and if you're in the position, you can easily blow the account, okay? So just be aware of it, right? And just be safe. And as we can see, usually like from the historical standpoint, like, the low of the week tends to be on the day when there are the first red folder news. So maybe we can expect price to create low of the week on Tuesday, but let me get back to the charts. But there is not any like PD array, for example, on daily time frame yet, or H4, basically some key level where price can react to it. So most likely price will just expand higher this whole week, like this. Like, from this we can just expand higher, some minor retracements, and we are going to just gravitate towards the all-time high, which is at 22k 451.75, right? So yeah, this is the most probable scenario. I'm going to be long, because as we can see, once again, clean SMT, seasonality, market structure, and obviously, the election month, which tends to be really bullish. So it is more likely it's going to expand higher than go lower, if that makes sense. And yeah, I mean, this is it. Also, I can tell you my goals for this year. Like, the last year I blown both my live accounts. Unfortunately, like, they were slowly dying. There I can show you the curve of the equity curve. So there you can see it. Yeah, you can see the account was really dying for the 4 months or 3 months. I'm not really sure right now, but it was pretty tough for me. And the reason why that happened, like, I can tell you my biggest weaknesses. My biggest weaknesses are mainly psychology, because, I'm a person that likes to win and, don't like to lose, and sometimes I'm stubborn. I talk really negatively to myself, so this is something I really want to change this year. And another big thing why the results are as they were, or they were as they were, is basically trade management, okay? And what I mean by that is basically that I'll trail the stop loss really fast. And guess what? What happened? I either got stopped out and then price immediately reversed, or I got break even and guess what? Price immediately reversed. And you can just imagine how my psyche reacted to this to this event, right? So this is something I want to avoid this year, and mainly I'm going to simplify my edge. The biggest things I would say are reducing or like having fixed risk to reward. I'm going to risk 1 to 2 risk to reward no matter what. I'm not going to throw the stop loss until there's going to be opposing SMT against me, okay? I'm going to more focus on 950 to 1010 macro because from my journal, I spotted that most of my winning trades were in this training period, or like this time window. And obviously, you know, this is very important time window you should pay attention to. And yeah, also I missed a lot of trades because of premium and discount, okay? So if there is any specific reason why price, you know, shouldn't go, for example, if I'm long, and there are several reasons why price doesn't need to go to the discount. For example, when there is inversion fair value gap or balanced price range on the opposing curve on any PD array, you know what I mean by that? And also, like, if in the discount isn't any major PD array, I will also pay more attention to only fair value gaps and liquidity, because these two PD arrays are just why market basically works. So if there is not going to be fair value gap or liquidity run, I'm not going to take a trade. I'm not going to take a trade simply because of order block. You know what I mean by that. So this is one of the biggest things I wanted to change. Basically simplify my wall rules, because there were some, you know, price needs to be in discount, price needs to reverse at this specific time, price needs to, you know, do SMT and stuff. And that is also next thing. I decided if price is going to be really clear and, you know, creating clear market structure, I don't need SMT to enter the trade. Like, obviously SMT is a very powerful thing, but sometimes on the lower time frame when price retrace, for example, you know, we got expansion and price retrace to that fair value gap, you know, usually there is no SMT, okay? And because of that, I missed a lot of trades because of just SMT, just pattern. I looked at SMT as a pattern, and that was very big mistake. I realized when I went through my trades. So you can't trade patterns, okay? You need to have time and price aligned. So that's why I'm going to more focus on time this year, and I'm going to take only setups at 9:30. Only if there's going to be a really clean sell stop, the stop rate, or very clean fair value gap and very powerful narrative from higher time frame, okay? Otherwise, I wouldn't execute, and then I'm going to wait for the macro. And yeah. Also this year I'm going to learn how to re-enter properly, because usually, you know, for example, when I give you example with the macro, like if you enter in the first 10 minutes of the macro, you know, like 9:50 to 10 a.m., you know, it's fine, but you can get basically stop rated once again after 10 a.m. candle opens, because there is new H4 candle, obviously. So you can be, you know, you can be not liquidated, but you can be stopped once again after, like, before price reverse. So this is thing I'm going to focus on my journal. I will talk positively to myself, and all these things I mentioned on what to focus on. Because, like, from the higher time frame, I usually know what is going to happen. Not most of the time, obviously, but I would say I have pretty great accuracy on the higher time frame. But my biggest struggle is execution, trade management, and the psychology. So, I mean, this is it. And obviously, I'm going to monitor my wall journey on this YouTube channel, because I decided I will be very, very, very active on this YouTube this year, because I simply want to share my journey, and I know a lot of people struggle with this too. So I just want to show the real side of the trading, and not any fancy stuff, you know, all the influencers, what they show, it's not usually true. So, unfortunately. And if you want to join my Discord where I share my daily insights for the price, what I think, what is going to happen, and I'm doing weekly calls 3 times per week, basically pre-market analysis, and I hang out with people, I share valuable resources, ICT, ICT teachings, which are very straight to the point. Make sure you join my Discord, and I'm looking very forward to see you there and to just hang out and talk about price. Alright, folks, so hopefully we have a same view on price for this week, and that is all from me. Thank you for watching, thank you for your time, and if you enjoyed this weekly forecast, make sure you subscribe, like, and you can share it to your friends. It will help me tremendously, really. And yeah, see you next week, and take it easy. Bye bye.